Hey, welcome back. This is kind of an odd product review because I want to start it with a couple of statements. One is I owe the Thrunite Corporation two things, and I hardly ever feel as though I owe anybody anything that sends me something for a product review. But the product is so good that I first of all want to say, just cutting right to the chase, if you want my recommendation on this product, the Thrunite TH-10 headlamp, you've got it. It's that good, and that's the reason why I owe them a review, a good full review on this product. The second thing is I owe them an apology because they sent me this about 6 months ago, and I've been testing it ever since, and I've taken my own sweet time at getting around to doing a review. I would like to say that that's all because it's been in intense testing all the time, but that's not really true. But I owe them a review for those two reasons. One, they've been really patient with me, and the second thing is it's really a great product. You may have seen the previous video that I did where I somewhat torture tested this, and I torture tested it out of the head mount. I put this in all kinds of nasty conditions, and I may even do some more things with it to just kind of show that it would take a look at licking and keep on ticking. And the only thing that I can see that's happened, and maybe you can see it here, is I've got a little bit of a scratch on the front where the aluminum anodizing came off because I was just that brutal in slamming it against a very hard surface while it was full of ice, and the full brunt of both the ice and the object itself came right down on that, and that's the worst that it's experienced. And you know what? It still works, so we're not having a problem with the product holding up. The product comes with a number of things in the box, though, aside from the light. It comes with the head mount, which I'll get to in a second. It comes with a spare head mount, which is really kind of important, and I don't have it here, but it also comes with spare O-rings and a spare replacement switch assembly for the top switch, which is waterproof as all get out, as is the whole assembly if you saw the previous video. One of the things I really like about this is the fact that they use this head mount system, and I'm going to go ahead and put it back together while I'm talking to you. Here's what it looks like without the head strap on it, the spare one. And then here's what it looks like put together. And you notice I didn't have any trouble putting that back together and taking it apart while in the middle of doing this video. What I really love about this is it's made out of either a synthetic or a real rubber, one of the two, and it doesn't break. That's the first thing about it. I've had previous headlights. I'll mention the brand name Phoenix. They make very high quality products, but I have to say that in every one of their headlamps that I've tested, and the reason why you don't see me doing a review of one, the actual mount ends up breaking. The flashlight's solid, but the mount ends up breaking because it's made out of some kind of polycarbonate or plastic that when it actually gets dropped, it falls apart. This is rubbery. This doesn't go anywhere. This isn't going to break. You can throw this and bounce it around and nothing bad's going to happen to it. The other part about that is it's actually more comfortable because when you put this thing on your head, it's a softer surface. So that's a couple good things about this light. So, you know, standard headlight assembly here, replaceable assembly with the strap. You can get, you know, replacements from Thrunite as well. The flashlight takes a standard CR123 battery, two of those, or 123As. If you want to get rechargeables, they do need to be the electronically controlled kind. I would suggest if you get this light, however, and let me do this while I'm on camera, that you go ahead and get Thrunite's actual brand of battery. The reason for that is two. First of all, I've price checked these and they're not that much money for what they are. It's a pretty good value. Second of all, they just plain work. I've charged this one I don't know how many dozens of times, and it just keeps on working correctly. And so let's get through the modes of operation on this light. Here's the switch on the top, and it works like this. If you hold it down, it will go into Firefly mode, and I'm not even sure if you can see that this is on in Firefly mode unless I turn this off. Hold it down, and it goes into Firefly mode, which is not bright enough to show up in the middle of the day, but I'll tell you what, it is bright enough if you are at a campsite in your tent and you want to kind of look around without going light in everybody's face, which is something that I've done before and I'm sure most people have done. If you hold down the light, the Firefly mode goes on. If you just hit the switch, it goes into whatever mode of low, medium, and high that it was in last time that you had put it in low, medium, and high. Right now that's in low. You hold it down again and it'll go to medium. You hold it down again, it'll go to 3 modes. Okay, 3 modes, low, medium, and high. So if I hold this down, low, medium, high, you let it go wherever it was, you turn it off. The next time you turn it on, it will go to whatever was the last mode that it was assigned to. This may not look very bright in the middle of the day, but I'll tell you what, it's plenty bright at night. This will light up the backyard at my house. This will light a trail for you very easily if you're trying to find your way around a trail. Not a problem at all. Additionally, you have a couple of modes like this. If you double click it, it will go into what's called a turbo mode. And turbo is a little brighter than the high mode. I'll put in all the lumen ratings and the how much battery time you'll get and all of that kind of thing. I'll dub those over the video later so you can see this. When it's in turbo mode, if you double click it again, it will go into this mode, which is the SOS flash mode. And you'll notice it'll do the typical, let me wait for it. It goes deep, 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 three, and then 3 short one. It goes deep, 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 deep. Okay, that's the pattern it does. I can't really quite sync up on camera here. So you got the Firefly mode, like that. You got the high, the medium, and the low, and the high, or I should say the low, the medium, and the high mode. You got the turbo mode, which doesn't turn out as bright on camera as it really does in real life. And then you've got the SOS flash mode, which will, you know, say, save me, SOS. And I'll put up the amount of time that it'll flash on all of those. The kit that I got from Thrunite did not come with a battery. You'll want to check, like I said, buy their batteries. They're good batteries. They don't cost a lot of money, and you know you're getting the right one with the right level of electronic protection and also the right circuitry in the battery to get maximum battery life. They also have a number of ways that you can buy this flashlight in kits that come with a charger. One of my big things right now is to use USB for charging everything. I'm going to do a future video on something called what I think is a prepper's USB ecosystem, a good thing to talk about. And so for that reason, the fact that you can get a USB chargeable battery for this with one of their kits, that's a really good way to go. And I may be actually reviewing a product in the future that is set up that way with Thrunite as well. So the TH-10, a really excellent headlight. I will say without equivocation that this is presently my favorite headlight, and I will continue to use it until it either dies or I find something better. Bonus points if you know what movie that comes from. And good on you folks at Thrunite for making another great flashlight, and thanks for being so patient with me. That's Zombie Tactics for today. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.